Hello everybody, Nikki White here, and today I'll be showing you things to do in Montreal. Now this is a list based on things that I like to do, as well as some more touristy things. If some of these are obvious for you, feel free to skip ahead to the next thing. So up first, take a walk on Saint Laurent. This is kind of like the Queen Street of Montreal if you're from Toronto. Lots of cool shops, clothing, shoes, food. And something that you definitely have to do when you're in Montreal on Saint Laurent and other streets like Saint Denis is thrift shopping. There is so much thrift shopping. So if that's your kind of thing and you like vintage clothing or looking through racks and racks of thrift clothing, you gotta check out all these different stores. I also took a trip to Citizen Vintage, which is a store that I had been following on Instagram for a while. And when I saw the cat display out front, picked up some cat-themed items, which will be perfect for my fall wardrobe. And they have a combo of vintage and handmade items, and they carry mostly local artists. Definitely go check out the Montreal Botanical Garden. This was my first time going, and it's actually right by the Olympic Stadium area, so you can kill two birds with one stone. The garden is very large and there's lots to see, so I'm actually going to be doing a separate video detailing my adventures in the garden. And I gotta say, by far my favorite was the Chinese garden. This one had all the crazy sculptures and was very colorful and had traditional looking fixtures, so this one to me was a standout. Food-wise, I'm gonna keep it kind of cheap. Grab a hot dog at La Belle Provence. And of course, if you are going to Montreal, you gotta hit up Schwartz's. It's got these crazy roast beef sandwiches and they have been around for 90 years. You've probably heard of Montreal bagels, and one of the main places to go is Saint Viateur. And another place that I hit up was Fairmount. And just a note, I think because there is so much traffic going into these places, you can't actually get your bagel toasted and done with spreads there. It would not be a trip to Montreal without some poutine. I personally didn't find a standout place. I went to a few different places. If you guys have an amazing place, drop it in the comments below. Another very cool thing to check out when you're in Montreal, I'm not too sure how long this is running for, but the Barbie Expo. This show is completely free, so if you are into Barbies and want to see them in thousands of different outfits, check it out. Again, there was so much to see at this exhibit that I have actually filmed a separate video, so stay tuned for that. The Old Port of Montreal has beautiful old architecture. It's got the Notre Dame Cathedral. It's a good spot for food and drinks. Just be aware of possible touristy trap overpriced things. And I would highly recommend the SOS Labyrinth, which is a maze that I've been to a few times, and it's lots of fun when you go there with friends. Now, if you know me, you know that I love to hit up any Chinatowns in cities I'm visiting, and Montreal is no exception. Their Chinatown is quite tiny, but it's still fun to check out if you're into that kind of thing. In the summer when I was there, they also run a market from Thursday to Sunday, I believe, so definitely check out if that is running while you're there. And for some more shopping, check out Rue Saint Catherine. That is kind of like Montreal's Yonge Street if you're from Toronto. So kind of big box stores, lots of shopping, malls, underground malls. And there's Place d'Arts where there's also events happening. And finally, when you're taking a stroll on Rue Saint Catherine, check out Simon's. It is a department store that started in Quebec over 100 years ago. It's somewhat similar to the Bay. I know people really like their clothing, so definitely check out the big flagship store while you're walking on this street. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video might have shared something new for your trip to Montreal. Please feel free to share other things that you guys like doing when you're there in the comments, and we'll see you next time. Okay, see you, bye!